Right, we've been two new arrivals at the museum. Picked these up Exeter on Saturday. Chap John and Alan, they rang up and said their neighbour has to vacate their property, and in the garden there's two remains of motorcycles that have been there for 50 years, unfortunately. So this is quite an interesting project here. Inline 4 overhead valve, which is quite interesting because in the 30s there was very few overhead valve motors. They were all side valve. So we're going to do a bit of research what this is. This is the exhaust this side, inlet on the other side, Amon carburetor, which is a bit of a giveaway. We thought it was American, but we've got to do a lot of research to find out what it is. So very neat and tidy, alloy heads, and the chassis is a bit of a one-off special. And if you can come around this side, this is your inlet manifold here, which is quite neat and tidy. 4-speed gearbox. The frame we think is a bit of a special, and so we've done a lot of research to find out that is. Anybody who can recognize it, you could enlighten our darkness. And we'll see that quite lightweight forks in it, which is another giveaway. The brakes look quite period, both matching pair of wheels, which is what it should be. So there we go. And then we move on to this one here. This came with it too. Another 4-cylinder inline. Again, we're mystified what it is. We think it's American, but they didn't use overhead valve motors in the 30s. We think this is about, it's got to be in about 1930, because this is chrome. Chrome wasn't introduced until 1929-30, so that sort of establishes the date of this motor. 4-speed gearbox, quite a heavy, chunky American type crankcases, and the fins have all survived remarkably well. Quite big gaps in the fins, which again isn't quite right for the thing. That's interesting there for any of you engineers that are looking. You've got the exhaust valve here, right? And you've got the port coming out here. But if you look in here, there's like a push rod guide that the push rod goes up through the inside the guide. So the gases have got to far out round each side of the guide. Not the greatest. Little 14mm plugs. They've been well used, as you can see. So there we go, big project. If you can enlighten our darkness, we'll be very obliged. And maybe American, maybe French, not sure, but there we go.